Okay, I think we're...
Wake up, it's Larvo. Mine's pretty hot. Is that better?
Mine's good. Wait, go.
Mine's like it was way up.
Okay.
Have you put the Christmas tree up yet? No.
Good evening. It's the podcast time.
She just favorited one of my tweets.
Hey.
She wants the D.
Hey. Okay. Welcome to Jenna Julien Podcast. Oh, there's that bad high five at the start of every show.
Wait, do that again.
No, we're good.
I want you just wiggle my hand. It feels really good. It feels so right.
Cheers to the beginning of our podcast. Sorry we're doing this so late.
Yeah.
Hopefully maybe sometime soon we'll get back to recording these on Fridays so we can make it a little more relaxed.
Well, we had the holiday, so Thanksgiving and stuff. So it was and family time. So it's okay.
And family time is important.
It's okay. Sometimes you need to spend time with your mom and they did make you a little bit crazy.
Yes, that is right. So, what do we have to talk about today, Jenna?
I want to talk about, because this is one of my favorite things whenever I sit down and we have like a drunk conversation. We're not drunk right now, but like when you have like a drunk conversation with someone, I think it says a lot about them, who their top 5 favorite rappers are.
All right. So I guess that's what we're going to start with.
I really want to know.
All right, so how are we going to do this?
Or you can do top 3, you can do top 8.
Well, I have 5, but here's the thing. I may only be able to defend them in Julian language. Like,
okay, that's
I
fine.
like this rapper because this is what he means to me, or something like that.
Fine.
Like, it's not going to be some in-depth analysis like you might have.
For sure. No, I don't think I have an in-depth analysis.
Okay.
You were born in 92.
I was born in 92.
I was born in 86.
Yeah. So we should have a little bit of a different list.
True. But also just a disclaimer to all of the hip-hop snobs out there in the world. Okay? You gotta, like...
Ease up.
You gotta chill.
Ease up.
First of all. And second of all, due to varying ages of when you were born and when you were exposed to types of music...
Yes.
You would have a different top 5,
okay.
Which is why it's one of my favorite things to talk about, because you'll always meet people that have like very, very classic hip hop, like old school shit.
Yeah.
And then they hate everyone that you list.
Yeah.
Or you'll meet someone that's 16 years old.
Who says 2 Chainz is his all-time favorite?
2 Chainz and Nicki Minaj.
2 Chainz? I love 2 Chainz. Whatever. I fucking love 2 Chainz. He goes harder than pain.
I made a very interesting list
of
other rappers we can talk about as well.
Okay, I think this is how we should do it. We should go, you list 1, then I list 1. Or no, you want to just go all 5 at once?
You gotta list your 5 or 3 or whatever you want.
Okay, I have 5. So who wants to go first?
Everyone? You go first.
Okay, I'll go first.
You go first.
All right.
This is a fun game to play with your parents and your friends and your everybody, and then you get in a fight about it. I'm just kidding. I don't want to fight.
All right. So my first one on the top 5 favorite rappers of all time is Eminem. I like Eminem because, and I came up with these basically when I thought about what we were going to talk about. I just thought back to like my childhood and what I listened to on my iPod, like throughout school, in the hallways when you walk into class, like just nonstop, like things that you would always religiously hear. Eminem, because I felt like...
Wait, hold on. You just got to list them first, and then we'll talk about him.
Okay, so you're going to laugh at this list.
I don't care.
1, 2, 3.
I just want
it. Okay, Eminem.
We have never talked about this before, by the way, and I always want to.
Eminem.
Okay.
Genuine.
Okay.
Outkast.
Okay.
Does that count?
Yes.
That's all right. Coolio.
Yes.
J. Cole.
See, I feel like that says a million things about both you as a person and about you as like when you were born and all of that.
Okay, so now you go.
Okay, my 5 are not in any particular order, so neither are yours, right?
No.
I'm not sure that
I didn't make an order.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I could put them in an order. Nas in his prime.
Okay.
Probably before Khalees happened. Eminem as well.
Okay.
Drake, Lil Wayne, and Kanye West.
Those last 3.
No, I would love, because you have some defending to do and I have some defending to do, and then I have a whole list of other people we can talk about.
Okay. So what do I have to defend?
Well, okay, let me just say this. My 2 cents is that in the criteria to be in my... Oh, I have 3 honorable mentions. Hold on. My 3 honorable mentions are... Wait, okay. Jenna, get it together. Oh my God, okay, I'm together. My 3 honorable mentions are Beastie Boys, Outkast, Ludacris, and Watsky.
So 4, okay.
And noticeably absent from both of our lists are Jay-Z, Tupac, and Biggie.
I was going to say that. Neither Tupac nor Biggie are on our list. So I was going to say that too.
Not on mine, not on yours. All right, go ahead. Defend your list.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just start with Eminem. I don't really feel like there's any defending needed for him.
He's on both of our lists.
He's on both of our lists.
Why is he on your list?
He's on my list because I felt like in some weird way he lends himself. Well, I'm talking about like the Eminem show, like some of his not old stuff, but just older. It lends itself to a young audience in a way. Like he talks about really real things and he's had real experiences and he doesn't really filter it, but in some kind of way, the way he sings and the way his music sounds, it lends itself to a younger audience. So I felt like I could connect with it a little bit. And it was almost kind of like we would listen to it in like car rides and family car rides. My mom like would listen to Eminem with us and she was down with it. And, you know, like my mom like doesn't really care. She's just like, whatever. But yeah, I just felt like I could sort of kind of connect. And I felt like I could understand some of the things he was rapping about, whereas some other rappers I couldn't really relate. So.
Yeah. I think, well, what I was about to say and then cut my own self off was the criteria for being my best rapper is that it needs to speak to me at some point in a way that I haven't heard before.
Yeah, okay.
And not like the way that it sounds, not like anything like that. I need to emotionally relate to something that they say on another level that other rappers or raps do not get me in.
I think Eminem is one of those.
I would defend Eminem in my top 5 as saying that he's the first rapper that I had ever heard to be completely vulnerable with, like, because at least when I was younger, rap was pretty hardcore. It was pretty kill the cops for a while.
Yeah.
And he was the first rapper that sort of exposed his own vulnerabilities.
Okay.
As a person, as like a...
Which is, I would say, added to his relatability factor.
Correct. But yeah, I heard that and I was like, holy shit, this motherfucker is crazy.
Yeah, and then he would just release something that would be like him going off the rails and you'd be like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Right, but you loved it.
Yeah.
On top of that, him going off of the rails and giving no fucks and no apologies, he's incredibly talented. So yeah. I think we both agree. Good agreement. Who else you got? Genuine? I heard of Genuine.
That is only because of Pony. I don't think anyone's ever going to be like Genuine's my favorite rapper because of another song.
I know. I honestly, when I heard that, I know how much you do love Pony. That song is incredible.
That song goes way back, dude.
I feel you because I wrote down other rappers because of one song that I would love to just go a little bit in depth into because I was like, fuck yeah. That one song just crushed my life.
I don't know exactly even what it is about the song. I mean, it's an epic song. Everyone loves it.
It's filthy.
I've heard it like in growing up in like high school, hanging out with like when you're in high school, hanging out with your buddies on the weekend or whatever, and you hear a song and you all just like love the song. So every single time it comes on, you make memories to it, and then it becomes that song that you associate with good times.
Yeah.
So Pony is that song for me, like, and now I hear it, and Andrew, my buddy, we went to high school together, and like every time that song would come on, it would just be like party time. And now every time I hear it, I think of that. It's like,
isn't that funny though that you say Genuine, and that's the only real song? I mean, he dabbled more in like R&B and that sort of thing. Yeah. But like when you say my top 5 favorite rappers, Genuine, like I don't think anyone on the planet would have any question as to why he's in there.
Precisely, yes.
And I don't think I can think of a person that would really have a problem with it because that song is that fire.
So fire.
It's fire.
Heat. That song is heat.
It got so many people pregnant the year that it came out.
And they still play it in like bars, like in in bars when they have like
crushes it.
Yeah, in bars when they have like the music video of whatever song is playing, they play that like at Mom's. They played Pony and they had the music video, and I was like, this is incredible. It's fucking timeless. No one cares. It's amazing.
Okay, next person on your list.
Let's see. Outkast. Another one that
they were in my honorable mentions.
They're great. Another one that I grew up listening to. let's see, in a different way than Eminem, they do lend themselves to, I'm really hot, to the masses by the way their music sounds, which is interesting because, you know, some of what they say is like, it's directly conflicting the fact that they're a pop artist or whatever, you know what I mean? Like
you almost resent your success.
Yeah, they're like
the more you talk about it and sing about it, the more people love it.
Yeah, like there's a lyric that says, y'all don't want to hear me talk, y'all just want to dance or something like that, right? Yeah. It's in Hey Ya. But no, like I grew up listening to that, and like all of Outkast stuff was just super exciting, super like happy, and also kind of different than anything else. Like there was no real box you could put Outkast in, and I would watch their music videos, super exciting. Really like fisheye lens, like exciting type videos. You know
I had Outkast written down that they were in my honorable mentions separately though, and not together. Like at some point they were incredible together, and then when they broke off or not separately, I'm sorry, when they're together and not when they're separate.
Yeah, okay.
Because although I did like I like the way you move,
yeah.
like when they broke off and did their own thing, which is incredibly respectable for artists to be able to do that and then come back together and work on your own projects and whatever. And they did have some good songs separately. I just did not I didn't feel it. I need Outkast together.
They need to be together
in order to have that fucking impact. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
It's a different effect. I mean, they're all really talented, but yeah,
right.
Together they're something special.
I didn't have Andre 3000. I didn't have Big Boy. I had Outkast.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. I would say that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, they are talented, but they're not Outkast. Outkast is Outkast. Like.
Right.
Yeah.
Not Andre 3000.
No.
He needs fucking Big Boy.
Yeah, they need each other.
Or else stop it. I'm kidding. He was fantastic in what was the Tropics?
The Will Ferrell basketball movie. Tropic Thunder.
That's not Tropic Thunder.
That's not Tropic Thunder. They're the Tropics. What is it called?
Oh god, I can't think of it. Who's your next rapper?
Damn it, that's gonna bug me. Okay. Coolio.
Defend Coolio.
Okay.
Is it just for Gangsta's Paradise?
No, that was initially my first song.
Is it
I was
1, 2, 3, 4? Get your woman on
the
floor.
See, it's not even that.
Get up to get down.
It's not even that. It's Gangsta's Paradise above everything. That's one of my favorite songs of all time.
True.
Then they had Fantastic Voyage and See You When You Get There. Mm. And both of those songs are just fucking classic songs. Like, I love those songs. They're just straight up good ass fucking music. Mm. And there really isn't more depth to the Coolio choice other than those 3 songs. But I feel like you only need a handful of songs to really have an artist speak to you. I mean, of course, you have like your favorite artist who you know every single song they've ever released, which my last one, I'm explaining next, is like that for me. But yeah, I mean, I feel like between those 3 songs, I can't like leave him out of the top 5, especially because I'm.
I didn't even have Coolio on the fuckery list of people I would talk about, so I'm genuinely shocked at your choice of Coolio.
Shock.
Page. Who's your next one?
Last, this is easily my favorite. J. Cole.
Yeah.
J. Cole is my favorite rapper of all time. Let's see. That happened in high school. I played baseball in high school, and I was really serious about it, as most people were when they played sports in high school. And when you're on the bus going to games, you have your songs that you need to hear to get your mind right. And J. Cole was always that artist for me. He had the come up, the warm up. I mean, everything that he came out with, I felt like he was just like talking to me like a coach before a game. And it was like so necessary for me. It got to the point where all I had on my playlist was J. Cole. And some of the songs weren't even really about anything that I would relate to, but it was the way he went about his songs, like the way he talked about women and the way he talked about his experiences. It was almost like, okay, like you're painting this picture of a completely different situation that I'm in, but for some reason it's applying, and the words you're saying is impacting me greatly, and it makes you want to go out and do and be your best self. And I felt like he had that effect on me the most by far, and the most consistently for the longest period of time. And then of course, it happens where, like, I remember when Who Dat became one of his breakout songs. It started playing on the radio, and before that, he wasn't really a radio played guy. Like he was more, like unknown than top 40 and rap radio or whatever. And when that happened, I was like mixed feelings about it because I know that some of his greatest music has been put out when no one really cared or knew about him, which I think you could say for a lot of artists.
For so many artists.
But and he's doing good things now. Like he, the Maroon 5 collab it's like whatever. It's not really him, but
we understand that's what pays J. Cole's bills.
Pays the bills. Yeah, it lets him live and eat. But yeah, J. Cole.
True Julien. I know that you love J. Cole. I had Nas, and I love Nas. Literally some of his songs when I was younger would, and still, give me absolute chills. You know what I mean?
Nas.
And it's not like we have a whole lot in common. I'm just this little white girl living in the middle of nowhere, almost Canada, and you reached my heart.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to go ahead and defend Lil Wayne and Kanye West.
I want to hear these.
Okay. Lil Wayne, I feel like, is easily in my top 5. Although he puts out, anyone can argue what I'm about to say. 50% garbage and 50% gold is what I think his ratio is. But the reason that I find that so respectable is because the 50% gold that he puts out is literally culture changing. Do you know what I mean? And the 50% garbage that he puts out, everyone can sort of be like, all right, at least
still might make it on the radio.
At least it has a good beat.
Yeah.
This doesn't make any fucking sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
Okay. But then every once in a while, he literally has moments of genius where you're like, this is blowing my fucking mind. And I think that I respect it so much because he's completely 100% not afraid of taking chances and risks. And, half the time we're all like, what the fuck is this, Lil Wayne? And half the time you get your fucking mind blown.
Okay.
But he never plays it safe, which I respect to no end.
Absolutely.
To death.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. Can I ask you to list your favorite 2 Lil Wayne? If you were to put 2 songs on a list that were groundbreaking or the most influential by Lil Wayne, what would they be?
Honestly, this is stupid, but it's a verse that he did on Trina's song.
Okay.
I can't even remember the name of the song.
And what did the verse say?
You have to go back and listen to it. I'm not going to sit here and rap it. And also, I feel like dying.
Okay.
Changed my fucking brain.
Okay.
You ever heard that song?
Yeah, I have. I have heard that song.
It's ridiculous. It's metaphysical. It's insane. It's about him being addicted to codeine. It's honest. It blows my fucking mind.
That's not even really one of his biggest songs.
No.
So
he knows how to fucking get the party going.
Yeah. He's Lil Wayne. You can't I'm the fireman. I'm fucking fireman. His verse on "We Taking Over," whatever DJ Khaled song that is. Yeah, dude.
That blows my mind.
Song. Yeah.
When he collaborates with Nicki Minaj, when he does any of that, he really he knows how to get the party going. But that's not really the stuff that gets me. It's when he has something to say, it fucking blows my mind.
Yeah.
Whatever the Carter or whatever was 3.
The Carter 3, yeah.
Is it the 3?
I think
is that I Feel Like Dying?
Yeah, I think
some of that shit fucking made my head explode.
Drop the World is one of my favorites of his songs.
Fucking insane.
Love that song. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So you expect some of the garbage. Some of it's crap.
Yeah.
Some of it's pure club bangers and just
which pays Lil Wayne's bills. It gives him grills. He needs those grills. Someone's paying for those grills.
I know, but think of all the collabs that he's done with Drake that are just insane.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. that's the point that I really wanted to make though is that I know a lot of people think that he's trash, which I understand, but I think you have to look at his work as a body of work in order to understand how difficult it is to just do everything. That song "How to Love," all of a sudden he's just singing and whatever. That's a risk.
Absolutely.
That is a genuine risk.
That's putting yourself out there for sure.
That's a risk.
Oh, well, that's
I'm
a good,
little fucking
No,
Wayne.
I was kind of interested to see where you went. That was a good defense.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, Kanye West. Kanye West was my J. Cole. which I listened to in college and listened to,
sense.
you
Yes,
know, all of that. But also because he said a lot of things that hit me right in the brain. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Was it college that I was listening to him? Whenever Through the Wire came out, and I was like, what the dick is his mouth about? Because it was like wired shut.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, is that for real?
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you? Why is Shaka Khan in your video? Isn't that her? She just like puts a picture of Shaka Khan up, and you're like, who is this motherfucker? Yeah, he's just had way too much to say, and we talked about this before in the Kanye Kim Kardashian talk, although I did talk much more about Kanye. So if anyone wants to hear my defense about Kanye as a person,
into great depth.
I dedicated an entire podcast to it.
We'll link it in the description.
He's put out albums in different genres within the umbrella of rap, which blows my fucking mind.
Yeah.
He is, whatever. But also Drake. My last person was Drake.
Yeah.
And Drake, to me, this is my opinion, and I don't care if anyone disagrees because I would understand why you would. Mm-hmm. But I think if you're a person in their 20-somethings and Drake hasn't said one thing, if from whatever fucking background you're from, wherever you come from, if he hasn't said one thing that has made you think or that you've related to, I don't know who you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He has a way with words for sure. No, like.
Let me rephrase. In a not third world country. Sorry, I have to say it. They're like, there's people starving. Like, of course Drake doesn't speak to them.
Okay,
Jenna,
address the
fuck
trolls.
you.
No, okay, that's fair.
Okay. If you're in America or, you know, any of the English speaking countries that I'm talking about, like, please, you know what I'm trying to say without getting too crazy here. Mm-hmm. I just think that he is a voice of a lot of people our age that are incredibly vulnerable and honest with the way that he raps. And yeah, he gets shit on all the time for crying on tracks and being a pussy and this and that. But at the end of the day, he's like crushing everyone. Aside from maybe Kendrick Lamar, who I think people would agree is up there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think 100% one of Drake's biggest things that he's ever had going for him is his vulnerability and his ability to just kind of not give a fuck and put himself out there on such an emotional level.
You heard fucking Marvin's Room? That shit cuts me.
Dude, he's an intense guy. He's got feelings.
He has so many feelings.
I just have a lot lot of feelings. Drake doesn't even go here.
He doesn't even go here. Oh,
but I mean,
God.
Here's the thing. Like, anytime a person puts out kind of stuff in the sense, the type of stuff that he puts out in terms of like his emotions and stuff that he holds really close to himself and all that stuff, you're going to get backlash simply because people who listen to it, they just aren't comfortable with it.
Right.
They're not comfortable with that level of intimacy from someone who's supposed to be this really tough, big rapper.
So for my 5, fucking Nas is a poet, and
Nas is a great pick.
All of it. But Eminem, Drake, and Lil Wayne to me, even though Lil Wayne is like noticeably less vulnerable in my opinion. He does go there sometimes, but not all the time.
But he puts on a bigger front.
Eminem and Drake to me, and people can fucking call me crazy all you want, but they're putting so many vulnerabilities into the world. Eminem was like shocking to everyone because they were disturbing. Yeah. But they were so completely honest. When someone is so unabashedly honest, you can't do anything but sort of respect them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck am I going to say to an entire song about you murdering your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Eminem.
Yeah.
Nothing. I have nothing to say to that.
Yeah.
You win.
Yeah.
Good song, man. Yeah. You know what? Cool.
It's too real to critique.
Right. But that is, in a way, although I don't think that Drake has gone to that level, he is that honest in some of his songs.
Yep.
It's not as disturbing. It's not as shocking, but it is completely honest.
Yep.
And again, though, like Lil Wayne, I'd say he puts out, on one song, you could feel like you identify with what he's saying so much. And then on the next one, it's fucking bitches get money. I'm Drake. Yeah, we at the top here. Yeah, smoking weed, bitches. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, man, you had me and then you lost me.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll get drunk to this song.
Well, there's, the
it's ability. Still a good song.
The ability to mix the two makes him very popular.
Right, because that's what we were saying about J. Cole, is that eventually, you need to collaborate with Maroon 5 and get some shit on the radio because we love you for your real stuff. But unfortunately, the masses aren't going to be buying that and listening to it constantly. Yeah. They need songs that they can go and fucking turn up and twerk to.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm very interested to see what J. Cole's next album is going to be like. He announced it. It's coming out, I think, next month.
His recent one was fantastic.
It was very good.
Fucking, what's a song that I was like, lost my dick to?
Going with
Miguel,
yeah. Fuck, what is the name of that song?
Power Trip,
yeah.
That
great song.
Kicks me right in my dick.
Well, that was one of the songs that did get big on the radio, and it still was a great song.
I know, but what was sad was that came out before the album came out, and it was one of the better tracks on there.
Mm-hmm. It did, yeah.
Kicked me right in my dick.
Yeah. It's always a little frustrating when that happens.
I want to talk about, we already talked about Outkast. Ludacris I would like to defend as one of my honorable mentions. What are you doing?
Forest Hills, that's the name of the album coming out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Ludacris I would like to defend as one of my honorable mentions for best rappers.
Okay.
Ludacris makes me feel nothing emotionally. He makes me fucking laugh.
Yeah.
Which is a feeling. Ludacris has made me feel more feelings than many other rappers. His videos are amazing.
Yeah.
They're hysterical.
Yeah.
The way that his diction, like his voice, his everything is so
I love his voice.
Magical.
He's got an incredible voice.
But he has fucking jokes. He knows how to create a song that will make you listen to it and be so entertained, maybe get a fucking laugh.
Peachy, no.
Peachy, get out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember that night.
So on fire for so many years, and now he's in fucking movies. Like he gives a fuck.
I remember that night. We had a night in the last it was 2 months ago where we got drunk and we watched old rap music on our Chromecast, and we listened to a lot of Ludacris. And I remember listening to some stuff, and I was like, "Damn, he's crushing it."
Yeah.
And you don't even really realize that. I mean, because a lot of the old stuff, I hadn't really even heard that much. So
fantastic.
Yeah, it's really good
stuff.
But
the videos were incredible.
Yes,
When I was in high school, Ludacris really fucking, slapped everybody in the face.
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't like Ludacris, I don't know fucking who you are.
Yeah.
But that's why. Because I think that in and of itself, the ability to create an entertaining song, you're not like the best fucking rapper ever.
Yeah.
But your ability to make a great fucking song and to have people be entertained and to laugh and all of that, I think is an incredible skill that, in my opinion, has been unmatched for a long time.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Also, Watsky.
Watsky is incredible. So can I talk about Watsky?
Go ahead.
All right. So for those of you who don't know Watsky, Google him. And I wouldn't even say Google his songs first. Google his speeches.
Slam poetry.
Slam poetry and some of his he had a TED Talk.
Slam poetry.
Well, he does. He dabbles in that.
It's like spoken word.
Spoken word. He did a TED Talk though. Brilliant. Like the TED Talk was insane, and it's like grown ass people in the fucking room. But Watsky is one of those guys where you watch him and you're like, okay, this little white kid, like, what's he gonna do? But then he is so incredibly eloquent.
He's captivating.
He's captivating. That's a great word for Watsky. And he can make good music. He just the music sounds really good, and that's not even the basis of it, of his stuff. You listen to his lyrics, you listen to his spoken word poetry, his talks, everything like that, and you're like, okay, this guy has an incredibly amazing ability to speak. Just the act of speaking clearly. People say Obama's a good speaker. It's almost like that on a different level. He can speak really well, but the things he says are even more impressive than the skill he has to speak. But when you combine the two, it's just it's wow.
Bananas.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the fact that it's an art form to speak, but the kernels of thoughts that turn into the words that he chooses in that particular order, the way that he tells the story, the way that he makes it into something that's, a trip to listen to.
Yeah.
All of that put together makes Watsky.
Yeah.
And then he chooses to sometimes throw a beat in there and have it be a rap.
And a sick beat, too.
It sort of shits on other people that make raps.
Yeah.
And you're like, can you please just go listen to some Watsky? Because he's literally just he's insane. He blows my mind. What are they doing?
Kermit has the Frosty in his mouth.
Kermit! Oh my god.
I'd like to note that the only reason I know about Watsky is, of course, because you showed him to me. But you showed me him because you broke one of his big songs on your show, and you also did that with Hoodie Allen. And your fucking show is like, yeah, it's plays trending music, but it a lot of what's happened on your show is playing on Top 40, which is really cool.
Right, yeah. I mean,
Really
it's
cool.
not, let's not get this twisted. It's not like I sit around on my computer and am like, here's what we should play this week. It is really an algorithm that's what's trending that week or growing or building. I was a little bit shocked and surprised that it took as long as it did to get Watsky on there because he does release music fairly often, you know what I mean, in terms of a musician. It's not every few years because he's just fucking amazing. But it's not me over there doing it, although I hype out the ones that are my favorites.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You have help, but it is your show, and I think that's cool.
Yeah, so, and Beastie Boys was also in my...
Yes, Beastie Boys.
Crushed my entire life.
Beastie Boys
Seriously,
are pretty epic.
That was my childhood. That was my entire childhood, aside from some weird, like, Dave Matthews and classic rock and some fucking...
Beastie Boys they're in a league of their own.
Okay, noticeably absent that we should talk about.
Yes.
Tupac and Biggie.
Yeah. You want me to talk?
Sure.
Well, I love both of their music. I don't have a problem with their music. They're of course they're legendary musicians. I just feel like maybe it was my, the timing of things. Like, I think my older sister probably was more influenced by them than I was, and she is only like 2 years older than me. So I think the timing was a little off for me because when I was getting really into rap music, or I was being influenced by big rap musicians, they weren't as big of a deal as they were in their heyday, in their biggest kind of time.
Right, well, because they're arguably posthumously more famous than they were when they were alive.
You know what? I think that has a lot to do with it also.
Especially though Tupac, like, really
Tupac
got very famous after he died.
Yeah. It's very interesting how that happens, but no,
But
I think you're right.
would say it is a lot of timing for me as well, though, too, because as, after everything happened is when you sort of, like, really start paying attention and everybody starts glorifying them, and I sort of... Maybe I'm a dick. The movies come out. I mean, but maybe I'm a dick for saying this, but, like, by the time I really started getting into some of their music, it just didn't do a whole lot for me personally.
Well, it was past its time. You know what I mean? It was over. It was kind of like...
once fucking Tupac died, they came out with Changes and all this other stuff, and you're like, yeah, I like that, and, I mean, it's good, and people are, every person I've had this conversation with has either one of those in their top 5. Yeah. You're the first person I think I've ever had this conversation with and not in your top 5.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
And I have to defend why they're not.
Yeah.
And I just don't really have a great reason other than it just doesn't do a whole lot for me.
No, I agree. And I think a lot of, like, if we're playing this game and you see someone else's list, I think a lot of people would put one of them in their top 5 because they're going to be like, well, who doesn't put them in their top 5? You know what I mean? It's almost like you kind of have to. They would defend it.
I don't
as
have
that.
to.
Well, no, I'm saying, like, their defense would be something along the lines of, like, how do you not have Biggie or Tupac in your top 5? It's like obscene.
It almost disrespects hip-hop.
Yeah, exactly.
But I feel like if you talk to a 50 or 60-year-old man right now and force them to create a list that was into hip-hop, like in the very late 70s, early 80s, I'm not 100% sold that they would be in that person's list.
So. I don't think so either.
Okay. Jay-Z. Why is he not in your lists? This is another person. I feel like when I have this conversation with people my age or a little bit older, a little bit younger, it's Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z is absolutely in there. Why is he not in yours?
I don't know. I just think that I love some of his music, but not all of it.
I'm just not a fan. I just don't get it, honestly. I'm sorry.
There's
some of it that I think is fantastic.
I think
Blueprint was good.
Blueprint 2 was one of my favorite pieces ever of his. But other than that, I'm just like, when he comes out with things, I feel like I'm listening to the song and I'm just kind of waiting and I'm like, nope, doesn't do it. But I don't hate him. I don't dislike him. He can do it. He can do good music. He can make good music sometimes. He can do good music.
I feel like at this point I can no longer relate to you, sir.
Sir.
In any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Will you ever rap about anything that I can relate to? Because I don't care about being the best rapper alive. I'm not married to Beyonce. I don't have a baby. I don't have, $50 million or whatever the fuck he likes to rap about, being baby cash and how he has $1 billion.
I agree.
I don't know.
Yeah, man. I think that's one of his.
It's no longer with me.
No, it's not with me.
But I did really like some of his music. I really liked On to the Next One, that song. I
That's a good song.
loved that song.
But that's because
that song was the epitome of a risk to me.
Well, yes, but it ended up being mass appeal.
Swiss Beats. It's mass appeal. Anyways, okay. Don't look.
What do we got?
I don't want you. Okay. I just have a list of other
All right,
rappers
let's
that
hear 'em.
we can talk about.
I'm like sweating.
Are you okay?
Yeah. No, I'm fine.
I want everyone in the comments or, wherever you're listening to put your top 3 to 5 or 1 or 2 or however many rappers you have. We did top 5, but you certainly do not have to have a top 5.
Yeah, let us know your favorite ones.
Who your top 5 rappers are, trolly or not trolly, or reasons why. Because I'm genuinely interested. I have this conversation with people all the time.
Yeah.
50 Cent.
We were talking about this with Santos on Saturday night, right?
He was all the rage at the time. Yeah. And he got shot 9 times.
And he got shot like 9 times, one in the face.
He's like,
or whatever.
Everybody better fucking like my music. And they're like, all right, man. He was a big deal when he came out. As was my next person, T.I. T.I. was fantastic when he came out.
You can have whatever you like. I love that song.
2 Chainz.
2 Chainz! Okay. I love 2 Chainz because no matter how dumb and simpleton-ish your music is, or whatever you want to call it that's coming out of your mouth, if you go as hard in the paint as he does and give as few fucks as he I
know someone who gives fewer fucks.
Probably.
Jody High Roller.
That's the only person. But even
Riff Raff.
Okay, Riff Raff. But I mean, he's on all sorts of fucking whatever. Anyway, I think that 2 Chainz when he was in that Jessie J song, Burning Up or whatever, that was the first time I didn't want to hear it. Because I felt
Corridor, Orior.
Well, as ridiculous as that was, I feel like the reason I disliked it is because I felt like Jessie J with her people were in a room and they're like, let's make a hit. Hold on. No. This is what they were like. Okay, we need a hit. That guy 2 Chainz has a thing. He raps about nothing, but he makes it sound really good. Maybe we can have him do a 2 Chainz, be that character in our song. So they scripted out this ridiculous piece for him to be in the song with, and it sounded like 2 Chainz almost parodying himself.
Yeah, I agree.
And I hated that. And I don't like Jessie J.
Perry had that Juicy J on her Dark Horse song. So
exactly.
It went over really well with the younger kids.
Fucking Jessie
They're into the rap and the hip hop.
Yeah,
these
so
days.
I feel like that was not even the real 2 Chainz.
Here's your chance now to be on this great commercial pop song. So we need you to just say these nice lyrics for us.
Jessie J is now Sarah Palin.
No, I was being the people that are telling.
Oh, so Sarah Palin.
That corporately own Jessie J.
So Sarah Palin owns Jessie J. Just
apparently.
You learn something new every day. Also, you can always say end a tweet or anything with a hashtag 2 Chainz, and it just makes that whole thing cooler.
True. Okay, Cameron. He drove. I just remember when he wore all pink all the time. He had a pink car. He had pink everything, and his raps were very, baby girl, you gonna suck it or not? They were just fucking, pure. But I feel like there was a time and a place for that in the, 90s, when rap was just almost exclusively about sex.
Yeah.
It was disgusting.
The horn dog phase of rap, yeah.
Cameron was at that forefront of just, fucking bitches.
Keep it in your pants.
And the BET uncut late night fucking music videos. Yeah. Nelly was in there too.
Yeah, which is naked chicks.
Naked chicks and basically porn. And you're like, what is happening?
Porn and rap songs.
Speaking of, let's talk about Nelly. Nelly was great.
I
love Nelly.
Me too.
Fucking, we had no Midwestern
I love him in The Longest Yard.
Nelly.
He was really good in The Longest Yard.
He was great. Okay, Bubba Sparks. What? Okay, I love Bubba Sparks the way that you love Genuine for Pony.
Okay.
Bubba Sparks sang a song called Ugly But also, fucking, what's the other one? Booty, 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 rock.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna make
Classic.
a stank hoe with Daddy's Little Angel.
Oh, I'm gonna change my Twitter bio to that right now.
You know the song "Ugly"?
I probably would if I heard it.
No.
Yeah. I've heard that song.
Ugly.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
Bubba Sparks. That song was a fucking jam. I don't know what happened. His label must have done fucked up because Bubba Sparks was on the fast track.
Well, apparently not, because they got you with
Okay,
that.
Stagger Lee. Anybody?
Cricket?
Oh, fuck, man. I love Stagger Lee so much. I don't know what happened to him. Okay, DMX.
DMX. Okay, I love DMX. You gotta love DMX.
I also
he's
love
like,
DMX.
I mean, he's like a real rapper who goes as hard as 2 Chainz does. He's just angry and yells and fucking fuck you. I'm
No
fucking
fucks.
rapping. But one thing that will always stick out of my head, and for you MMA fans out here, like hardcore MMA fans, you'll know what I'm about to say, and that is every single one of Anderson Silva's fights in the UFC, he came out to DMX, and it was so like. If you were ever there, which I'm sure it's unlikely that you were, because it's incredible to get to watch a guy like that
Anderson
fight.
Silva.
Yeah,
So go get tickets to that.
like it would be
They
it would be
absolutely know what the fuck
pitch-
you're talking about.
It's like everyone's screaming. It's pitch black and quiet, and then it goes, "It's dark and hell is hot.
Yeah.
Ain't no sunshine." And then he walks out, and forever in my mind, Anderson Silva's epic, legendary amazingness is associated with that song and is associated with DMX.
I just remember being a very young teenage girl, being completely horrified and like in love with DMX.
Oh my God,
I
he's so
loved
scary.
him.
I love him.
I loved him. I was
Yeah.
like, see, that's the crazy man that I want to bring home to my family to really piss him off.
Yeah.
I loved him. And I also loved, something about his voice, the way that he gives no fucks.
No fucks. He's like angry, yelling at you, but at the
Yeah.
same time, he's making music.
Could totally kill your entire family. But I loved, I'm kidding.
And then you could make a song about it and you'd listen to it.
But I loved when, I think it was, within the last 5 or 10 years when he got caught at the airport, like driving with like a bunch of drugs. Like he like drove through the little thing that lets your car through. Like, oh man, he was just a hot ass fucking mess.
Jeez.
DMX is just the gift that keeps on giving, in my opinion. Wu-Tang. Did you ever listen to any Wu-Tang?
A little bit. Yeah, not too much, but a little bit. Yeah, I had a lot of friends that loved Wu-Tang.
Excuse you. I know. That's another one that's many times in people's top 5
Yeah.
for obvious reasons. Lauryn Hill and the Fugees and Wyclef.
Oh, I love
I've
Lauryn
put
Hill.
together.
Yeah.
Lauryn Hill, the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, that album fucking changed my life.
Yeah.
The X Factor changed my life.
Lauryn Hill's got some epic music.
All of that. Wyclef, I saw in concert when I was younger, and he was fucking insane. He was
That's
amazing.
awesome. That's cool.
Okay, Busta Rhymes.
Okay.
I love Busta
I love him
Rhymes.
too. He just wouldn't be on my top 5 because he's not that important to me. Like I have, you know what I mean?
Not
He
even
didn't-
break your motherfucking neck. Break your neck.
Yeah, I mean, he's as important to me as he is to any other average Joe.
Fair. Twista. No dice?
No dice.
You didn't like Twista? I
No,
love
not
Twista.
enough. No.
I just felt like after everybody heard the way that Twista likes to rap really, really fast, we're like, okay, what else you got? Nothing? Okay.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is many times in people's top 5s.
You mean Snoop Lion? I would put Snoop Dogg in my top 5, not Snoop Lion.
I'm shocked by that. I'm kidding. I can't, I'm not, when I was growing up, I wasn't from the West Coast, nor did I smoke weed or drink
That's
a lot.
that's
or,
a
like,
big
fuck
thing
girls.
though. Like if you're not in that culture, it's like okay.
He doesn't often go to too many other places for me.
No.
Redman and Method Man?
Method Man.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that one.
LL Cool J.
LL Cool J is a good one too.
I know a lot of people.
I used to call myself Cool J when I was a
I
kid.
know. What was that? What's the video of him like fighting a shark or whatever?
I don't know. I do not know.
It's fucking hysterical. I don't know what the fuck it's called. I
Yeah.
can't remember. But he's like basically fighting a shark or like it's about a shark. It was clearly for a movie or some bullshit.
Yeah.
It is so bad. But LL Cool J was, he was good.
Yeah, he was good.
He was good and he was hot and the ladies loved him. Ice Cube.
I love Ice Cube.
Do you?
Yeah, I love him as an actor though. I love him in Friday. He fucking cracked me up in Friday.
He's very funny as an actor.
He's really funny. And in 21 and 22 Jump Street, he just crushes it.
He does.
He's hilarious.
I know. I think that, I guess because of the demographic that I was as a younger person, I wasn't always down with the aggressive rapping.
Yeah.
DMX, I think, was my super exception for the, the younger side of my younger self. Because by the time Eminem came out, I was older and I was ready for the aggression.
Yeah.
Ice Cube, when I was younger, the aggression was a little bit much for me.
Yeah.
But I love him and have grown to appreciate his music as an adult.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
That's fair. Absolutely.
Exhibit?
Oh, Exhibit.
I only put Exhibit as someone to talk about because of fucking
Pimp
My
Your
Ride.
I used to want to get my ride pimped so bad.
Ridiculous.
Oh my god! I think someone did an AMA on Reddit who had their ride pimped, and they were talking about how shitty it was.
Why?
Just because nothing worked.
Nothing in the car worked. But
It was
fish
all
tank worked.
Exactly. They did nothing to help them. They actually ended up costing money because they couldn't get their cars repaired from normal mechanics now.
I just remember being so I was in New York State, and I'm like, how can these people be driving around? Because in New York and a lot of other states, you can't just drive around with a mirror hanging off and all this stuff wrong with the car.
I know.
You can't go re-register your car.
Yeah.
They don't let you.
Yeah.
So I was like, Mom, how is this possible? It doesn't even work. And she was like, oh, it's in California where they don't give a fuck what condition your car is in. And I was like, oh, no interesting.
No.
I need to get me there because my car's a piece of shit.
Good thing you came here.
Yeah. But I just always thought it was so hysterical. There's so many things hysterical about Pimp My Ride.
Hilarious. Yeah.
Too Short.
Okay. Meh.
I feel like Too Short has done a really good job about staying around for a long time, along with the next person, E40.
Yeah.
E40
yeah.
has spanned a career that is rivaling a lot of people right now.
Yeah. Okay.
He has fucking songs on the radio now.
You're right. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive.
And he flies so low under the radar.
Yeah.
He was just on Big Sean, I Don't Fuck With You.
That's true.
That's one of the biggest songs of
ever
the year.
right now. Yeah.
And E40's casually on it as if he hasn't been around for fucking decades. It's insane. Okay, yeah. T-Pain, who is my same age, by the way, I think.
Revolutionary.
Right? Not the most talented rapper.
But revolutionary.
His songs were fucking bangers, though.
T-Pain.
If you got money and you know it.
Remember that the T-Pain app?
Yes. T-Pain yourself or whatever it was.
Yeah, hilarious.
Okay. I'm sure you have no idea who this is, but dear person on the internet that knows who this is, hear me out. Sarai.
You've talked about.
Sarai was a white girl rapper in...
Oh, you showed me her videos that night, I think.
Ladies, hands up.
Yeah. Yeah, she's epic.
Did a big old fellas.
You were the one. She was the one that you were saying that if she had
come on, baby,
if she had spawned her.
Oh no, here we go. Got the on the dance floor. Jiggle that thing like Jello.
No, I was gonna let you finish.
All my white chicks and the girls in the ghetto. Okay, yes. We had this conversation before. No, you can finish.
No, it's what you said. You said if she had happened 15, 20 years later, she would have been unreal.
Was so before her time because nobody aside from Eminem, who, softly opened and then shut the doors on all other rappers, regardless of race or gender. Or he was like, I'm out here and fuck everyone else.
Yeah.
If Sarai had happened a little bit later, I think she would have been welcomed a little more nice.
She would have been.
Because that song was great and it was killing on the radio until everybody realized that she was this blonde white girl. And then we're like, we don't have time for this. Yeah. This is quite enough, Sarai.
That's profiling.
But yeah, now look at Iggy.
Yeah.
We were ready.
She would have given Iggy a run for her money.
Yeah, we were ready for Iggy. We're not quite. Well, Iggy, I found videos of her freestyling in her bedroom. That girl is very talented.
Iggy?
Yeah.
Iggy. Yeah.
Sarai, just got the people going.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I would love to go back and just find some more Sarai music so I could listen to it.
I want to hear that one song that you just, that was good.
I could sing the whole thing.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. Kid Cudi, Wiz
Love
Khalifa.
Kid Cudi. Both of those guys, weed culture, I can't relate, but I like their music.
Weed culture.
Yeah.
Soulja Boy.
And I don't like Wiz anymore.
I know, because you saw him in concert.
It was too high to remember his own lyrics.
Yeah.
Forget that guy.
It's not fun when you pay money to see someone and they
or don't pay money. If you're at a concert, no matter how you got there, because I didn't pay money. It was a radio contest, but still.
Soulja Boy.
I hate you. I hate you both. I hate you for mentioning his name, and I hate him.
I loved Soulja Boy at the time, and I also respect the way that he became popular. But I also feel like the entire season of Angry Boys, that character that Chris Lilly created, is just completely about Soulja Boy. I can't help it. It really is.
That's really funny.
But yeah, Chingy.
Chilling at the Holiday Inn.
I love Chingy.
Big baller baby.
Where is Chingy?
Where's Chingy?
I told you this was going to be a trolley list of people to talk about.
I watched.
So for anyone that's like, where the fuck Chingy. Are you getting these people?
I listened to Chingy when I was like in middle school, and I was like, damn, Chingy's on my iPod. That's cool. And then I used to watch George Lopez, and there was an episode with him in it, and I was like, okay, Chingy, I see you.
I liked Chingy.
Chingy.
Eve. Do you remember Eve as a rapper?
No.
Before she was Eve. She used to be, they referred to her as an exotic dancer. I was like, yo, that bitch is a stripper. She got paw prints on her boobies.
Oh, okay.
I thought Eve was great. Remy Ma? So hard in the paint. And I think she got out of jail recently, so I've been waiting. Remy Ma.
Where are you?
Also, Lil' Kim.
Lil' Kim, okay.
Lil' Kim was fantastic.
Lil' Kim was good. She's talented.
Until she did all the things to her face. And I also didn't fully understand why when Nicki Minaj came out, Lil' Kim wasn't having it.
Threatened? She was threatened, maybe?
Well, yeah. I mean, I get why, but like...
Bitch, it's a girl fight. It's angry girls.
Why wouldn't you just be respectful?
Because I don't know. Nicki Minaj isn't exactly... I don't know.
What do you think about Nicki Minaj? Because
I don't really like her.
There are rumors. I love Nicki Minaj. I loved her first album. I think everybody did. Her second one was kind of like, wait, what? Okay. Oh, wait, what?
I think she's okay. I think one of the things I don't like about Nicki Minaj is that she plays both sides of the card. She likes to play this cutesy rapper girl who's like really cute, and she has this cute high weird voice, and she can make you like really want her because she's super sexy, but then she like plays this really angry, attacking,
she calls them
entitled rapper.
She has like different characters. Martha,
but you
Roman,
know what?
All of them.
That's insane. Be an actress. Don't fucking rap. Because if
she
you're
was an actress.
That's great. Go back to it. Because if you're gonna have two different personas as a rapper, you can't relate to me. I can't relate to you. You will not ever make me want to. If you're a fan of a rapper, you're a fan of one person. They can have different moods for their songs. They can have different types of songs. But if you're absolutely two different human beings in your music, it's like, okay, it's hard to keep up.
I understand that point. I felt like for her first album, she made it abundantly clear that they were different sort of characters of herself. You know what I mean? But back to what I was talking about originally. Yeah. About Nicki Minaj, everybody did really thoroughly enjoy her first album because her verse on Monster was probably the best thing that happened that year. Uh-huh. But there are rumors flying about her long-term boyfriend Safari, or wherever the dick his name is, and that he used to ghostwrite her lyrics for her. And you know, there may or may not be any truth to any of this.
Blind gossip.
Yes, blind gossip. But since they're breaking up, she like waited until he finished helping her ghostwrite her new album and then broke up with him. And now he wants to, get a buttload of money or call her out. But what is poignant about that is that she just recently called Iggy Azalea out for supposedly having men write her lyrics.
Cake and eat it too, man.
None of it could not be true. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who the fuck cares? I don't really
care.
But
it also could be, which is interesting. It also could be. Yeah.
But, I mean, I feel like when you're writing that much, I mean, obviously people fucking have help. Good God.
Yeah.
You're not over here
I don't think it's your job to even pay attention to other people, what they're doing.
Right?
Just make good music. That's what we pay you for.
Agreed. But I feel like because people are enjoying Iggy Azalea for the time being and her, becoming more popular, the way that Nicki called her out seemed unfair and uncalled for.
Well, it's hypocritical.
Yeah. Well, it's not, but even without that, we were all sort of like, whoa, man, like, why can't you guys get along? This seems like it would be cool, you know?
It's like kind of manufactured beef. Like, why are you even doing it?
No, I didn't think it was manufactured.
Well, not like manufactured in the sense that someone came up with it for like a publicity thing. It was almost like you just wanted a reason to call her out. So you use that.
Right, because I just don't understand why females can't just be like, I respect you and I respect you. We have to be like, fucking, yeah, well, some dude that you sucked his dick and then he wrote your raps for you. Buy the pink print. I just think it's insane that for anyone that's ever tried to sit down and write a song, to do that for years and years and years and years and never have writing partners or collaborations or anything is just bananas.
Yeah.
So the way that she called Iggy out for, you know, having people help her, I'm sort of like, eye roll emoticon, like no one's ever helped you, blow me.
Yeah, you're right. No, that's fair.
But yeah.
That's fair.
Anyways, any other rappers that you can think of that you liked or enjoy? I'm going to kick myself because there are some really trolly
I'm gonna come
ones.
up with some later.
No, they were like trolly ones that had great songs. Although Stagger Lee, that's Stagger Lee. Jadakiss.
I know who that is. I just don't really. Their music, no.
Young Jock.
No, I don't know who
Young
that
Jeezy.
is. Young Jeezy. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'll probably think of some later. I might go into the comments and write some later. So look out for that.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people, depending on how old they are, they have people like Common and Talib Kweli and fucking, you know, people that are legitimate.
I like, in a dark sense,
writers.
Immortal Technique. But that was like really dark. You can't really put them in your top 5 or else you're just like a goth person.
That's fun.
What?
I like goth people.
Do you like Immortal Technique? I don't mind it either. I'm just saying it's dark. Their music is dark.
I don't even know who Immortal Technique is.
You don't know who Immortal Technique? Oh, wow. I got to show you some Immortal Technique. Wow, that's crazy. I know of a rapper that you don't know who they are. Wow. Win. Immortal Technique had some, and their music videos, just incredibly vivid, dark
I like the dark
songs about drugs and death and just like really crazy shit.
Like ICP? Should I see myself out?
I'm gonna go show Jenna some Immortal Technique right now.
I'm gonna go watch them Insane Clown Posse.
Insane Clown Posse.
Fucking magnets, how do they work?
Their music videos are epic.
Anyways,
this was a good podcast.
Yeah, this
I
was
like
really
this one.
fun.
This was fun.
You should leave your top 5 in the comments, and below that, any honorable mentions, and below that,
or critique our
trolley,
top 5. Talk to us about what we talked about. Yeah.
Or any trolley honorable mentions like Sarai and Chingy and
Lil Jon. Okay.
I love Lil Jon.
Sonia, I see you.
Fucking Missy Elliott. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Missy Elliott.
Fuck yeah.
I need to show you Immortal Technique.
All right, I'm down. Let's go do that.
All right, thanks guys for watching. We'll be back next Monday.
Yeah, love you. Go podcast. Fun.
We're on iTunes and SoundCloud.
Good head dancing, thanks.
All right, later guys.
Bye.